Some of you may remember that a little while ago I spoke to you about the do's of the interview process, and today I want to focus a little bit more on the don'ts. Interviews can be quite a daunting prospect. Everybody feels nervous, that's completely understandable. What you need to remember is the people interviewing you aren't there to test you. They want you to do well and they want to get the best out of you. When you're being asked questions, it's vital to answer in a succinct and comprehensive manner. If you mumble your answers, if you give one-word answers, or you speak very, very quietly, you're not giving yourself the best chance. You're not selling yourself in the right way. Another thing to remember is that the reason that you've got the interview is more than likely down to the fact that you have got a great resume. But you can't just rely on your resume in the interview. This is your time to really, really sell yourself. The resume obviously links into you talking about your previous experience. Here's where we come across another definite don't, because you will be questioned on your previous experience. And if you've perhaps had a bad experience with your past employer, it's always something you need to be careful about talking about. Don't say anything negative about your previous employer or your previous role if you can possibly avoid it. Especially when we live in quite a small community, you never know who knows who, and you just need to be very careful about what you say. Likewise, never ever lie about your previous role. Don't try and elaborate on duties that you've done if you really haven't done them. It's not going to benefit you, and it's not going to benefit your hopefully future employer. One other thing to mention is that when you're being interviewed, even if you've been out of the workplace for a little while, try not to come across as too desperate for any job. You need to make sure that the people employing or hopefully employing you know that you really want this particular job and not just any old job that comes along. The final thing to mention is always a bit of a tricky subject, and that's the salary and benefits packages. Now, everybody is interested in knowing what they could potentially earn, but at first interview stage, it's a real no-no to talk about it. It's not going to give the best impression. It's going to make you look like you're money-orientated, which is definitely not how you'd want to come across. So those are the don'ts of the interview process. I hope they've been helpful, and best of luck.